5 with QRI.
Hi, everybody. Some of you have seen this already, so I'll keep it relatively brief, but I just thought I'd demo what we've been working on with QRI, and specifically, I think for this crowd, Skylark transformations are one of the more interesting bits. Is that really visible? Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. So what do we do? What is QRI? We make a dataset version control system. We spend a lot of time, we think that we can propose a sort of document model called datasets that helps us standardize and make document dataset interchange and interoperation far better. So all of this is built on IPFS. We use it, and we use libp2p extensively. But so today, just really quickly, I'll show you what a Skylark transformation is. A lot of people have started like, it would be nice if the code that generated a data set actually rode with the data set itself. And a lot of people who work in data science really want Python, because Python's great. So after some searching, we found a project that came out of the Google Bazel build tool, which is called Skylark. And it's a language that is not Turing complete, so you don't have while loops and you don't have recursion in here. Which makes it nice and secure to sort of make a sandbox executable code environment. It also, unlike Python, has no global interpreter lock, so later on we could actually do parallelized versions of this. But for now, all this does is this is a simple example that is going to do a download step, and don't worry, we've put a lot of thought into when and you can and cannot access the internet. But here we're going to do a little hit of an API, and then we're going to return some data, and then that script is being specified here as a transform.sky file. And so if we flip over to a terminal, and I'm going to run, is that visible? Should I make that bigger? So I'm going to run query add, and I'm just going to specify that YAML file, which is sort of the manifest of the entire dataset document. And you'll notice here that I'm going to give it some secrets, which are not stored with the file. It's also going to warn us that, hey, you're giving a script some secrets. You should probably know what's going on. But if we hit enter on this, it will now run that transformation script, take the output data, and generate a data set, smash that onto IPFS, and make it available for us. So if I use query ls, I can sort of show these are my data sets locally. And then we have our version of IPFS daemon is query connect, because the word daemon is scary to some people. So what do we have here? We now have a IPFS node running with a query bolt-on layer on top. And so I can do, just for this crowd, we can do query peers list, and then we can show the IPFS network. This is us messing with the connection manager to actually make sure you can see some of these support the query protocol. And so the wonderful new connection manager API means that we can prioritize connections to query peers. Anyways, now to show you the actual data set itself, we'll just hit our local web UI and front end. So we ship this both as an Electron app and as a web app that just moves with your installation of query. So here we can see the actual body of the data set that was generated. Its structure, which is just basically saying that we don't know much about the actual schema of the data set, but it's an array. Any metadata that was created with it. We get a changelog, so it's a snapshot, so I can see everything that was coming along with that. And we secretly snuck in a visualization template, and so we can actually see this is just an HTML template that uses the Go template engine underneath the hood, so we can sort of sneak in whatever we want to render this stuff. And last but not least, we are also, the transformations themselves are parameterizable. So why no love for JS IPFS? CD JS IPFS contrib. And then we can do the same thing. No. So we're going to do the exact same deal. I'm going to say yes. And so all we've done here is we're sort of thinking like, somebody who doesn't know how to write Skylark transformations, we've set up a configuration set of details. And in this case, we've just plopped in some new configuration instead of changing the underlying script itself. And so if I do query ls, I can now see I have this new JS IPFS contrib and connect. So now someone has just, this is sort of ideally someone is just ripping this off the internet, going, okay, cool, I want to go get my JS repo instead. Refresh this. And there is our JS contributors, and we can see that it's actually a different list of contributors. But yeah, so there it is.